silly question.
I know.
So, there are all those direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna.
Yeah.
They have to be, giant in their own sense. Just being a student of Sri Ramakrishna, direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Then how Swami Vivekananda became famous, or how Swami Vivekananda could be different than all other students?
Actually, Vivekananda is not different in that way, but he is different because the qualities were different. They were all great people, but great personalities, no doubt. But you know that from the one medical school, at a time maybe 15, 20, 25 doctors coming out, same schooling, same teacher, but individually they are different. And that their capacities of understanding, analyzing and different. The Vivekananda was completely different when he came to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. You have read the biography of Vivekananda, you know. He is a great personality and he came only to become the carrier of Sri Ramakrishna's messages. This is one thing. Secondly, if you have already read that wonderful life of Swami Vivekananda, particularly there are, I think, 2 volumes are there by Eastern and Western disciples. The Eastern and Western disciples of Swami Vivekananda, they have written the biography, all details are there. There you find Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself is giving all his power, miraculous power, spiritual power into that boy. And one day when the Sri Ramakrishna was lying on his bed, he was very sick. This young boy came, he was hardly 18, 19 years, and always curious to know things after judging. And he was looking at Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. 2 things happened. He was thinking, now this man on his deathbed, and it's terrible condition, no? The death when approaches, it is really we forget everything. If he can now, this person, Sri Ramakrishna, can say that he is God, then only I will accept. That he was thinking. He didn't pronounce, he didn't say anything, he was thinking. Immediately, Sri Ramakrishna, who was so sick, understood that what he is thinking and answered. He who was Rama, he who was Krishna is in this body. Now as Ramakrishna. This power of God, who was God himself. One day this boy was sitting at the door, Sri Ramakrishna, he was lying on his bed. Suddenly the boy noticed that he is looking at him intently. And a flow of current is coming in his body, shaking him. He could feel that something is entering into his body and completely changing him, and he shouted, "Lo, the old man entered into me." Swami Vivekananda shouted. Then Sri Ramakrishna told, "I gave everything to you now. Now you have to work. You have to work for the God." What is that work? Long afterwards, when he became Swami Vivekananda, he said, what is the work? To make people aware about their divine nature and to help them to manifest it. That is the work and nothing else. To make people aware about their divine nature. He never said that I will convert the whole world into Hinduism. Never. Rather he said, God forbid. But he said that divine nature, what is the divine nature as we were discussing? That is unselfishness. That is pure love. Love without any boundary. Without any narrowness. So power of God entered into Vivekananda. You can imagine he himself was Sri Ramakrishna. That's why the other disciples, the brother disciples, they placed Vivekananda by the side of Sri Ramakrishna and worshipped. When they were all alive, they themselves, Swami Vivekananda passed away when he was only 39. And they placed his photo by the side of their Guru and worshipped him like Guru. Naturally he is different. His capacity is different. And there's mystical way. One of the direct disciples is very famous as Khoka Maharaj, Swami Subodhananda. So he was meditating, and in that meditation he saw that he is going up in the heaven, and there in one place Swami Brahmananda, Turiyananda, the great souls, they're all sitting together, and he saw them. Again he was trying to go up. Brahmananda ji called him, "Hey Khoka, where you are going?" Then he answered, "No, I like to go to Swami ji. I am searching for Naren, Swami Vivekananda." Then Brahmananda ji said, we cannot reach to Naren. We cannot reach to the Swami Vivekananda. You better come over here, be with us. Can you imagine? So that is Swami Vivekananda. Obviously, the God himself with all that power, he came, and this time in the modern time, to embrace each and every one, he took three forms. One in the center, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself, is very pure. It was very, very difficult for the pure soul like Sri Ramakrishna even to have the company of those people who used to tell lies. It was so impossible. Even one of his disciples jokingly told lies. Very young people. He jokingly told lies and he came to Sri Ramakrishna. Immediately he said, "I cannot look at your face. Today you have committed something sin." It was sin today, but nothing I did. Remember, did you say anything wrong, anything false? Then he remembered, "Oh no, that I told jokingly to my friend. Don't do that." I cannot accept all those things. Can you imagine the purity? That is Sri Ramakrishna. But now in the whole world, almost all of us are doing so many things. At the same time we try to be good. If somebody is not there to embrace us, then what will happen? So Sri Ramakrishna gave his power to two personalities. One is Ma Saradamani Devi, another is Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is for the intellectual people, because the intellectual people, they don't like all the emotions and all that. Always they will argue the judgment and these and okay. Vivekananda came, and the professor John Wright, Professor John Wright, he wrote about Vivekananda talking with him. And the professor of Harvard, he wrote, "Here is a man whose knowledge is much more if we put all the knowledge of the Harvard University professors together." Can you imagine? Unfathomable knowledge. So that was Vivekananda. And the ordinary people are afraid to go near Vivekananda. The moment they will go, immediately Vivekananda will say, "Why all these small things? Give up everything and dedicate yourself for the service of the society." Why? Naturally, the ordinary people who like to live with his family, where they will go? Ma Sharadamani Devi. Even the dacoits, the thieves, the downtrodden people who never cared for God, they only wanted to have little good life, that's all went to Mother. Same Sri Ramakrishna, same God, now embracing even this type of people, intellectual people, all they were embraced. This is the speciality of this particular manifestation of God in Sri Ramakrishna. That's why wherever you go, you will find not only Sri Ramakrishna, always Ma Sharada and Swami Vivekananda, because though their names are different, their features are, they are different personalities, but it is one God in three forms. Thank you. Well, unless it is 9 o'clock, they won't give food. So, is okay now?
Yes.
Yeah. Now it is 8:53. So let us after, and we need it very much nowadays in the society. This turmoil has come. So we have to pray for the peace, peace and peace. And from 3 different places, unhappiness come, disturb the peace. One from the nature, one from all our surroundings, one from my physical body, my own self. So repeat after me. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. 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 Hari Om. Hari Om. Peace, peace, peace unto all. Thank you.
Maharaj, they're ready downstairs.